Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lone Star Conference semifinal post-game press conference. Our final semifinal match featured West Texas A&M and Dallas Baptist. The Lady Buffs win 3-0 in a sweep over DBU. Final scores go West Texas A&M 25-20, 25-16, and 25-22. Joining us are members of the Lady Buff volleyball team, head coach Brittany Harry. Joining her, Emma Becker and Currie Marusak. Coach Harry, we'll start with you. A sweep over a really talented DBU team, and for most of this match, defense, offense, serving, you name it, it was all working for the Lady Buffs. And again, I say DBU, a really good team. It was a good outcome tonight for your team. Just talk about a phenomenal match in the semifinals.
What can you say about this group? We're in this new chapter of our season where we understand that everybody here has a chance. So the next game is not, it's not for sure. You have to go out and take that kind of into your own hands and do what you're going to do with it. But you're not going to do that by just rolling over and letting a team do whatever they want. You have to stay in charge the whole match. This team stayed in charge the whole match. Even when it got a little tight, this team just looked at each other, they leaned into each other, and somebody else would get the job done. And if that person couldn't get the job done, somebody else would step in and get the job done. So I just think it's a testament to being in this chapter 4 that we're in, and we want to guarantee our next match.
Yeah. Emma Becker, we'll start with you. Tonight, 12 kills, you hit 6-11. That's a pretty good percentage. And 2 digs as well. Did a great job defensively. Talk about how the offense really fed off of the defense. I thought your defense, especially as the match went on, you go into the second and third set, the defense was tremendous.
I can't do the offense without my setter and my passers. Like, everyone has an opportunity and stuff. And then for my defense, I just listened to what my coaches have to say. They told me to get up a second early on the block because the set was so fast on the other side, and I did, and that's what happens when you listen to your coaches. Hitting with this team is so much fun, and it just really gets everyone hyped up when someone gets a kill, doesn't matter who, and everyone just goes crazy, and then that excitingness just keeps going and going.
Currie Marusak, great performance. Your team was going to you early and often tonight. You finished with 14 kills, hit 267, did a great job defensively as well. Postseason play for the Lady Buffs. Now you've got 2 under your belt here in this Lone Star Conference tournament. The atmosphere was really good tonight. I mean, the crowd was really good. Talk about how you fed off of that, your team fed off of it, and just your performance tonight for your team.
I think our team is very energy driven, and so having such a crowd like this and being at home, we have a tour advantage because we have such a great just atmosphere of people coming in. Our team also brings the heat. Our bench is great, and so coming into that, being a transfer, that was one of the best things about WT is just our audience that we have and all the people. And I think that's a big part of WT volleyball is everyone around us and always supporting us, being our hype man. It's just great.
Yeah. Coach Harry, I want to ask you to kind of go back and talk a little bit about that second set. It seemed like, you could have turned around, the girls could have turned around, hit it with one hand, closed their eyes, kicked it off their foot. Everything was working for your team, and you were having a lot of fun. A lot of different players were contributing, but that's maybe some of the best volleyball that we've seen from the girls all year.
Yeah, look, at one point we were up big time, and they were just playing. We weren't thinking about the next point. We were just doing that job and that specific point right there in front of us. And when you give that amount of effort, when you give that just give and go for your teammates, good things are going to happen for you. And I'm trying to get this group to really think about how we want to control things versus letting a call or refs or anything outside of our control. Let's control the controllables. And this team takes that to heart. And when you do those things and when you see Becker hitting like she's hitting, then the defender's like, I got to dig 10 more balls because I want her to swing like that every time. So it just keeps those kids connected on the court because they're competitors. And they want to compete for every single ball, every single point. And when their teammate is doing well, that gives her more ump to go do well. Yeah. And then it doesn't hurt that they're roommates. So they bicker and chitter chatter all the time. So having that on the court with that energy and that grittiness, I think just you're going to see good things happen from that when everything's kind of going your way.
Emma, what does it do for the hitters when you have these long rallies and, whether it's Briley Contreras or Hetzi back there or Casey Casey Kavanaugh. There was one rally where Casey, I think, got 3 digs on one rally. What does that do for you guys on the front row when you're seeing your defensive players just continue to pop balls up?
When we see them, like, it's not easy being back there and digging those balls because they're coming really fast. So when we see that, we're not even thinking about how we're going to get this point. We're just thinking, like, if we can't terminate it, let's do an off shot, do something to keep it going. So we know how hard they're working, so we want to work at just as hard. So we support them and we're there for them when they're taking all these balls. It's a lot easier to crush them because your anxiousness is so high.
Yeah. Coach Harry, tomorrow night, championship is set. Angelo State has won this tournament 10 times. West Texas A&M has won it 18 times. You got the number 1 versus the number 2. I just told everybody when I signed off for the broadcast, tune in tomorrow night for Made for TV.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. We got, Angelo's had a great year, and just have a lot of respect for what they do every day in their program and their players, and just the character of that team, and just how they play a really good sportsman-like game. They're well coached. They're well coached, so they're gonna have a good scout. We're gonna have to go to work on our scout and just tighten some things up for tomorrow. But I think tomorrow's gonna be a great day of volleyball.
Yeah. Congratulations, Emma, Currie, and Coach Harry. Good luck
you.
tomorrow in the championship.
Thank you so much.
Go Buffs.